Hello, everybody. It's Yolie Medina, civil attorney. And today I'm going to be talking about the Kohberger case. And I'm going to give you an example of what is evidence in this case. And this is regarding a witness who testified in a hearing and who gave testimony under oath in a court of law for the judge to consider. And so this was a hearing where there were surveys that were sent out by the defense in order to prepare their motion to change venue. And the surveyor was an expert witness who was hired to conduct the surveys and ask questions of people in Latah County about what they've heard about the Kohberger case. And I'm going to play a short portion of it, and I want you to hear it, and then we'll come back and talk about it.
Let's see. You acknowledge false that Mr. Kohberger allegedly stalked one of the victims. That's false. You know that to be false.
Which one?
That Mr. Kohberger allegedly stalked one of the victims.
Yes, I was trying not to say that because
But you knew that was false.
I did.
Yes. And so you have now, for anybody who had never heard that before, that question is now planted into them, unqualified representation that Mr. Kohberger stalked one of the witnesses, and that's false.
That's false. Yes.
Yes. Okay. Thank you. Thank you.
Okay. Fine.
Okay, so that little short clip where the witness says that Bryan Kohberger, the statement that Bryan Kohberger stalked one of the victims or stalked a victim was false. So you can take that as evidence in the case that Bryan Kohberger did not stalk any of the victims. That was false. So that is a prime example of what evidence is. So when people get up on the stand and they testify, the words coming out of their mouth is what is evidence. Now, the attorney might talk about what the witness said. For example, in closing argument, they might summarize what the witness said. But the actual evidence is the witness testifying their own words that as a juror, they get to see and judge the credibility, how it was said, and make a determination for themselves the veracity of the witness and whether the witness seems credible. And in this particular case, in this particular example that I gave you, it was the prosecution asking the witness if he knew that the statement that Bryan Kohberger stalked one of the victims was false. And the witness said, yes, he knew it was false. So that lends more credence to the fact that Bryan Kohberger didn't stalk anybody. He didn't stalk any of the victims. So that should be a fact in the case. And I hear other people still talking about Bryan Kohberger stalking these girls or the victims, and it's just not a fact in the case. So I wanted to point that out, and I hope it helps to be able to distinguish what is a fact in the case and what is just speculation or what is just a narrative. So I hope that helps, and I just wanted to do this little short video explaining that. Thanks. I'll see you guys on the next video.